Grimond is looking for something. Goes to Elliot Cook. And can't find anything. Elliot looking for something downfield. Can't get anything. Looks back to Grimond. Grimond doesn't want to go for... Oh!
Another bid.
I think that's Lockbon with the Frisbee. Looking for something upfield. And Grimond takes it. It's a bit of a hot contest there with Grim.
Yeah, Grimond and Mikael there.
Yeah. We'll see if... Wait, wrong one. Haha.
Just figuring out the score.
Trick jar.
There we go. Yeah, Mikael's a bit of a hot one on the mark there. He wanted to call a travel again, I reckon. But yeah, keep an eye on him and Carlos. Very tight man D.
So obviously the international imports, where are they from?
So we've got him from Canada. We've got a couple of European ones as well. 2 from England, 1 from France. I guess you could say Perth international.
Yeah,
Q's
close
from
enough.
Perth.
So we've closer international places than Perth anyway. So
And Baker from Tassie as well, I guess.
That's close enough. Different island. So is this the Chile squad that's going to Worlds?
This is, yeah. This is the full squad. 25.
No one
strong.
missing.
No one missing. Well, me.
Yeah.
That's it.
Let the team down, Pete. When's so what's this status on your knee then? When do you think you'll be ready?
I'll be playing after nationals.
Oh, the time that they need you the most. Who cares about Worlds when you want to get nationals?
Any other year. But it's good to watch, actually. Very interesting perspective on the sport.
Oh, absolutely. And the thing is that I've realized, as an expert player myself, I can tell when everything's going to go wrong just by looking at it. Not by the atmosphere of the game, not anything like that. But when that sort of thing comes up, you know that I'll have the best perspective always, and everyone else is wrong.
Yeah, commentators are always right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Great pull by John McNaughton.
Mike Baker to Tom Regacki to Larson. There's our French import. Larson's looking for something. Tom Regacki always looking to score. This is good defense. This is Mike Kelly. Keep an eye on him. He is going to be a stalwart of Australian Ultimate in years to come.
What a great grab and an easy conversion there.
And he scored.
Yeah, made it look a bit too easy. Maybe if maybe the breaks and the sneaky 1-2's got the better of Mammoth there. It looked like they were just a bit lacking on the situational awareness. But see on the replay.
See what happened here.
An easy breakthrough.
That was a good catch.
A great grab though. Yeah.
Oh, and inside, just
and
disc
Mammoth
watching.
Not even watching. Yeah, absolutely. That comes to 1-1. Let's see what Mammoth can do in return.
I reckon we're in for a good game here. We've also got Anna Regacki coaching us this year, which is a good little pickup for the team. Some good experience there. Ex-coach of the Crocs, the junior women's team, under 23s, when they won gold. Let's hope she can repeat that.
I know that Anna had a big role in the amount of exposure she had to the 24s this campaign, especially with their mental game. You know, you might be the best player on the field if you throws and catches, but if you're gonna crumble under the pressure, well then you're not good at all.
That's true.
Anyway, back to the game. Grimond with the Frisbee. Looking for something upfield, can't find anything, puts up his hands and says, hey guys, let's move it.
Oh, cold drop.
Cold drop, that is
That is where you want it on the field as well.
If you're a Chile player. Remember, this is an unbiased
Carlos picks
cast.
it up. Yeah, 100% unbiased. I think Grimond will be looking to get this one back. It's Mikael with the disc, dinks it back to JDB, Josh de Bronze, as he's known. I think they've lost 15 metres. Mikael's just been a workhorse here. Oh, it's put down. Carlos just couldn't reel that one in. Grimmon's picked up the disc. Zev.
Goes to Lock Murph. Lock Murph to Sam Gaunt, one of the rookies of Mammoth this season. He was a Div 2 player last year. He's bringing it up, got some wheels. Joel Cook, one of the best throwers in the team. Throws to Zev. Lots of cuts coming out, but it looks like it's they're all coming at the same time, which is not what you want. Murph is looking for something and he can't find it. Grimmett is also looking for something downfield and he wants Elliot to throw it. He's asking Elliot to throw and he doesn't. So he decides to go back into Murph, and Murph is looking upfield, can't find anything. Goes to Elliot Cook. Elliot Cook will jack it. A nice backhand, but it is too far. Extremely unfortunate.
Thought he looked at the poach there, but Liam Grinnan was wide open deep. As the entire squad walked past and we can't see the field. That's Julian. So Junk has picked up the disc. He's looking. Centers it to Carlos.
And there is a pick called, but did it affect the play of Josh de Bronze? It did, apparently. So at the disc in the middle of the field,
it's Carlos Casablanco. He's going to be looking to move it and then get every second disc back, I reckon. Moves it to Mikael. Centers it to Lousy. Oh, that is a bit and a half.
Lachlan Murphy, or as we like to call him, Chris Hemsworth, absolutely flew through the air like Thor there. Elliot Cook at the front of the end zone, looking for something, can't find it, but he finds Zev instead. 1-2, nice easy movement there. Gets Mammoth one more point. 2-1 to Mammoth. Ooh.
Been some nice Ds already this game. We're only in the third point, fourth point now.
You think we could get that replay on that Murphy layout block? It's coming up in a sec, folks. I know you want to see as much Lock Murph as possible. He is a gorgeous human being. But in the meantime, what do you think your chances are coming off SMO with this Chile squad?
Well, last game we went down universe against the second colony team, but I reckon we easily should have taken that game early. We just had a few mistakes here and there, and going into nationals, it's a very tight field this year. I reckon the top four, and here's that replay, goes up the line. No, that's not the one.
That's not the one at all. We don't want the goal, we want the D. Things I do as a commentator, don't get rewarded for it. Either way, you've got Timothy McAllister on the screen there with the disc.
And he's an import from America, is he?
Yeah, he was the captain of the USA U24 squad. He definitely acts like it, that's for sure. And let's see if he can actually pull it down.
Decent pedigree.
Just the roller outside the field. That's not too bad. Let's Mammoth set up nice and easy. Let's see what, with the side stack coming out from Chile, let's see what they can do.
So Julian Seika with the disc, centers it to Tom. Big swing to Kelly. Jules with the disc again to Pony. James Osmond.
Didn't have Mark on.
The English import, Nathan Ragg. Aussie with the disc again. He's working hard.
Ooh,
oh.
That was a questionable bid.
He puts it. And that was a D.
Who was that? I couldn't see because of the entire squad. It was Trent. No, Max. Oh, apologies, Trent. How could I ever confuse you with Max? But then again, that was a fantastic, fantastic defense by Max Marion. Still having a few technical difficulties getting the camera ready, making sure that it doesn't get trampled by all of the players going up and down the sideline. John McNaughton's looking for something. He wants something downfield, and he just takes the easy option.
Jasper
Pentland. It's not as easy as he thought.
Tried to dink up the line, and Jasper's all over it. So Tom's going to look to redeem himself here.
Jasper's been part of the Chile squad for a while, hasn't he?
Second year. Oh, we've given it straight back.
Well, conservation of redness happens, and then he gets it back again.
Tommy is standing big.
All right, let's see if Leon McIntyre can get another block.
And there's the flattest hammer you'll ever see.
An absolute bullet of it.
To James Osmond. That was money.
2-2, tight, close match.
How many turns were in that point?
3 per side? Maybe?
Yeah, I reckon that's about right.
Something about right.
In quick succession.
So I wonder who would.
Let's go, boys.
I wonder who would have a better chance of being the best old man out of both McIntyre, who is the dad of Mammoth, and Rigaki, the dad of Chile.
It would be interesting to see how long Fatty's been playing, actually. I reckon.
Well, apparently as long as I've been alive, that's for sure. And as a 24-year-old, that's a long time. I think he actually used to have a double-digit after number, which is impressive.
That's pretty low. We were discussing this today. I think Tom's got number 5.
Well, that's low. That's real low. Who's got number 1 then?
I don't know. We were trying to figure it out.
Potsy? No, surely not.
They just give it to the president every time.
Anyway, back to this game. You got this entire Mammoth squad, yet only a few of them on the line. Yeah, it's quite a big squad, just like Mammoth last year, of 25 or so players. And with some easy rotation, we'll see how they can work together to work it up on offense. However,
JDB with the pull here.
When you got Josh DeBron's pulling,
that's a good one.
That's a fantastic pull. Seb Brown with the clap catch at the bottom of the field. Elliot Cook's looking for something, but nothing's moving. Goes to Lockbon. Lockbon jacks it to the Canadian import, Nigel Lansley, and a simple huck to the easy open man has resulted in the goal.
Yeah, that was a bit easier than the last couple of points.
3-2. I wonder how Josh DeBron's let him go open so far.
Oh, I probably thought he had him.
Yeah, probably.
Just a beautiful throw.
This is why you always recruit internationally, so Australian players don't know the ability.
I mean, it's pretty obvious. He's tall and lanky. Where's he going? He's going long.
That's true. He is one of our Canadian imports. He is at UQ for the semester, and all the way from Saskatoon, which is a very small town, which we make fun of him a lot about it. But apparently they play some good frisbee there, because he's a result of that. All right. So we talked a bit about Tim McAllister. Looks like he's got a bit of a hold on this Mammoth D line, as making sure he tells everybody how much they love him and how much he doesn't love them. Let's see what they can do with that sort of love-hate relationship. Oh, and isn't that a cute puppy? Whose doggo is that? Oh, that's Cat Smith's doggo. Oh man, it's grown so much since I last saw it.
Good pull.
Anyway,
Baker picks up the frisbee. It's the other mic. We got 5 mics in this end.
Too many mics.
Oh, straight to Hugh Osborne.
Looking for something.
Is that out the back? I can't tell.
It looks like that the Chile player who did not catch the disc at best perspective, which is fair.
Oh, we've got an entire squad of players over there.
That's true. I'll say we should.
That was French import Pony. Lucas is his real name. Not Pony, but everyone knows him as Pony. He calls himself Pony.
So we were, Andy McCasker and myself were talking about the best beat of the tournament. And by God, he might have it. It definitely looks glorious.
It looked great. I reckon we're not done this game yet, though. I reckon there's a few more in the bag.
That's true. There's a few here we have in the Brisbane Math squad, but whether or not they're as good as Pony, time will tell. We're gonna have a few late bloomers. Either way.
Do you reckon we're going to have an easy 0 point again, or do you reckon Chile's going to turn it on for a point?
It really depends. Who's on this line? Nah, this is going to be a textbook play from Mammoth.
Textbook
is my observation.
So throw jacket.
It's going to be this is what's going to happen. I'm gonna commentator's curse / if this actually works, I'm going to say that I'm a visionary. Seb Brown is going to pick it up. He's going to throw it to Zev. Zev's going to throw it to an undercut from Grimmond. Grimmond is then going to throw it to... Oh, actually, no. Elliot Cook's on the line. Never mind. I take back everything I said.
Tom Regaki with the pull.
Nice floaty pull.
We're going to have a pull chase on this one. Julian is motoring down.
So Brown's looking for something, throws it to Elliot Cook. Elliot goes to the break side to Nigel. Nigel's looking to Grimmond. Grimmond can't do it, throws it to Elliot and turns it.
Front of the end zone, here we go.
Miscommunication, an opportunity for Chile to get a break. Let's see if they can put it away.
This is the hardest place to score on the field.
It really is.
Center, front of the end zone.
It really is. There's just too many options. You get overwhelmed with too many people.
Oh.
Look,
Wow.
that bid looked pretty though.
Jackie throws it out in front of Zev to Canby. There is 80 years plus of experience in those two people.
It's a lot of years.
Maybe not Frisbee experience.
Oh, of course. It's just life experience.
Life experience.
Yeah, and that sort of thing can definitely teach you a few things, that's for sure.
And there's a break.
Absolutely, first break of the game.
You commentators cursed that well.
Well, okay, I didn't see that Elliot Cook was on the field. And when Cook's on the field, you can't control, you can't predict anything. I thought it was going to be a nice set play, but I then realised that there was wrong.
Here's the bid from Zev. Oh, he was not far away.
No. Ate a big chunk of grass too.
Tom's now telling Buzz all about it. Did you see that one I did just before to Canby?
Are you sure they aren't reminiscing over the 96 World Games, or?
It's highly likely.
Yeah. Oh. Something about Frisbee and just reminiscing just makes you want to keep yourself in the game. All right. Nice pull to the brick mark, more or less. Leon McIntyre breaks that first throw to Alex, to John McNaughton, who's looking at Fatty again. Fatty / Leon McIntyre. McIntyre's looking to a break, looks off McAllister. Goes back to John McNaughton. John McNaughton then throws to McAllister, a lucky pass. Looking at like a bit of a handle weave that's not really working, but the lefty backhand lets John soot it out the back, of which a very easy rub down by the widest human in Ultimate, Rob de Hollander.
There's some good little jinky passes from the handlers there.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that moment.
Wouldn't have thought the inside lefty backhand break would have come off, but I guess when you're the captain of the USA Young 24s, you can. For all game. We have swapped sides, and even though I have mentioned it many times before, the wind is coming towards the camera, so it's definitely a crosswind game compared to a upwind downwind. So the wind affects the team equally. Mammoth is taking their time with their leadership on the field, telling people what to do, when to do it. I see that Anna Ogaki's doing the exact same.
Yeah, amping up the boys. This is a tall line, actually.
Very tall. Average height of the team, would you say?
Well, we've got a few Colombians bringing it a bit lower,
That's
but I
true.
would say 6 foot still.
You'd still say above 6 foot?
About 6.
Yep.
Yeah.
Maybe with you on the team might be better?
Nah, Jules is pulling my weight. Mike Baker fields a pull.
Looks like a zone.
It's Tom.
Transition
Nice
to
little
a man.
throw down the line to Junker, to Mike.
Mammoth has to stop this pretty quickly.
Mike, easy goal. Great little play down the
looks
sideline
textbook.
there.
No pressure by the by that Mammoth zone.
Yeah, they might put that one away.
I say when you've got Tom Rogacki throwing everything that he can, no matter where he is, he can put it where he wants to.
That is definitely true.
Mammoth might have to rethink that defense. So, in regards to Welt for this Chile spot, do you know what you're coming as a seed?
No, I have literally no idea. I think we've got a seeding tournament in June, actually, so we'll probably find out then.
Within the Australian teams, obviously?
Yes, yeah.
Right.
I think New Zealand might come along, but they'll keep their New Zealand seed, I assume.
Gotcha. Okay, and the other squads in here for
Australia.
For Australia are Hoss, you, and Colony, correct?
That is correct, yeah. So Colony last Worlds, I guess they were in the, they come 4th or something.
They came pretty high.
So the top seed will take a pretty nice little seed going into Worlds. And I'm not sure, but I have a feeling the next seed is around the 20 mark.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
there'll be a fight for that one.
Do you think the inputs that you've gotten over the season will help you in that endeavour?
Oh, 100%. They're very useful players.
Alex is looking for something.
One's just poached off here, and here's one getting a D. That's Pony.
Made it look almost effortless.
This is Juan.
Nice break.
To Sebastian, to Jasper.
Look, questionable decision with the upside down visor, but it seems to be working for him. Oh, Trent Thompson laying out in front of the camera. Surely there's going to be a good replay of that later. Ooh, nice. Nice air bounce backhand there.
Filthy inside out.
Yeah.
Sebastian Gutierrez. It's getting a bit stagnant here.
Throws as many fakes as he wants, but it doesn't matter. He's at the front of the end zone.
There's Camby on the line here. He's going to want it. He's going to want it.
There is a call in the field. There is a call by McAllister of a travel, I believe. Stall out. Contested stall out. Seems pretty quick, but then again, we're just commentators, we're not on the field. And that is a contested stall out. So that means it drops back to... Oh, contested. Yeah, okay, well then it drops back to 6, I believe, or 8.
And he's got it off. Interesting option.
Scuba is always an option, apparently. sitting up on the high side.
Jasper Pentland's going to want a dump off here, I reckon. Ooh. Oh, he's dumped it. A good.
Great layout.
Back at halfway.
Great layout. Looking for options downfield, but there's nothing moving. There's some small undercuts, but unless you do a big
one and a massive break around to Sebastian.
Great.
How about that for a throw?
You might not see it on the screen, but that was the biggest banana cut I've ever seen. Getting put, looked off under, then just right into the back of the stack, and then onto the break side for an easy score.
And
6-4 up. Wonder what Mammoth can do. Maybe holster it a bit, maybe tighten up on their man under defense. If you were the Mammoth coach or captain, what would you be saying to them, Pete?
Probably stop hucking it down the skinny side of the field. The defenders are waiting.
Yep.
Pony just read that like a book and he's just poached off deep.
Yep.
Easy D.
Then again, Miles McCallum is a very, very tasty receiver. You want
to throw. That is true. But you might have to put it a little further.
Yep, you might.
Just trust. Put it as far back as possible.
Yep. So we do have a timeout here.
We see Juan. Oh, there's that bit in there.
Oh, Trent Thompson. God, that man is glorious. Do you think any of the international Chile boys will be spending some time at the Commonwealth Games while they're down here?
That's a good question. I think the English boys might head down there if they're spending a few extra days, but
yep.
I think most of us are just in and out for the weekend.
Okay. I did notice that the majority of the older teammates did bring nearly all their children. We have a very, very young crowd here at BCI, which is not unexpected, but it just shows that there is just as many oldies as there are youngins playing in these teams. You know, you take the age of Mammoth players. The youngest would probably be 21 versus the oldest of 40, maybe.
That's fatty, is it?
Yeah, Leon's probably 40.
Yeah, I think we've got a few pulling our age up in Tom and Canby. In their 40s now.
Yeah. I say Rob de Hollander looks like 40 with that beard. So Mammoth coming out on O after this timeout to stop the momentum of Chile. Let's see what they can do with this. The wind is picked up a little bit, not a huge amount, but enough that it's an issue for us Brisbaneites, as we are used to zero wind here.
Yeah, this is abnormal, isn't it? Might play into Chile's hands. It's quite windy down in Melbourne most of the time.
Yeah. So, but this is a calm.
It's a bit hot though.
It is a bit hot. Great pull,
with the pull.
Elliot Cook clap catch to Zev Permack. Zev's looking for something, goes back to Elliot. Cook's looking to Grimmond. Grimmond's got something. Looks to Zev. Zev goes break. No, not happening. Yep, goes back to Grimmond. Mammoth offensive looking pretty deep. Goes to the inside to Sam Gaunt. Sam's looking for something down hill, but nothing's coming off. Zev looks to Grimmond. Grimmond plays it behind. Grimmond's looking for something. Can't find anything except for
there is a call.
Murph. However, it looks like, is that Mikey Lau?
Yeah, Mikey Lau's been signalling something for about 15 seconds, I reckon. Maybe he's just injured. Calf cramp.
And he takes the sideline to get replaced by.
I think Carlos just came on. That's not a bad little trade.
Oh, but Mikey Lau was.
Mikey Lau's very good.
Yeah, it's true. He was in the 24 bottle squad, I believe. Came 4th at Worlds. Unlike the man on the mark, Josh de Bronze, like his name says, 3rd at Worlds. Zev looks to Grimmond. Grimmond's looking something upfield. Can't find anything upfield. Looks to Zev. Throws it to Zev. Zev's going to put it out straight to Lock Bond, which unfortunately hits the deck. maybe the nerves is getting to the better of Zev Permat.
Yeah, if Chile can sink this is going to be a big point.
Absolutely. When you're 3 in front with 1 away from half, Mammoth would have to be rattled by that. Coming in from the sideline with the best man on the field, Marcus Slisk, on the mark. Ooh. Big layup by Grimmond. He suits it.
Big put from Mikael.
But Murph runs it down and hits it out, which means that the disc is staying up here past the commentators. Good option though, because De Bronze would have grabbed that for sure. Zev's looking to dump it. There's no options except for Liam Grimmond throwing it long to his Guyana partner Elliot Cook, who grabs it with fields of space. Looking for an option and puts it around.
Effort vision.
I believe that was man of the match, Marcus Slees, calling it already. You can't stop it being like that. Puts Mammoth within 1.
It's a pretty early call for man of the match.
Oh, but
about half time.
Have you seen this guy play?
It was written before the match, wasn't it? So this is actually a replay of the final from BCI last year.
Absolutely, yeah. Except this time it's not raining sideways.
Yeah, it hasn't been cancelled at the 3rd point of the match.
I did watch that video last night, and there was a lot of volunteers holding down the tent that the commentators were underneath.
It was quite scary, actually. I think the camera was probably bending over sideways.
Yeah, it looked it, that's for sure. There was a lot of the times where people were, saying that it looked like it was going to topple over. But then again, Ulti TV anchored it down and made sure it held tight. All right, Mammoth coming out on D. Let's see if John McNaughton can pull it in instead of pulling it out, like he usually does.
Hey, sideline, we're in! Sideline, we're in!
Let's see. Here we go. Big lefty. Looks like it's going to be an inside out. Yep. Oh, that's it in. But it floats, and that's what matters.
In the sun. I reckon he's put it in the sun on purpose. Jules Saker picks up this. Mike Baker. Oh, what Pony gets up.
What an athletic human being he is.
Back to Baker. Mike Kelly. Jules Saker, where he likes it, middle of the field. And Mike Baker with his little flick.
Oh, what a soot.
Oh, no.
But that was...
Got a bit tangled up there.
Is there a call? No. Looked like there was a call, but no, it's not. Good positioning by Miles McCallum to block the disc that he thought was going over his head, but unfortunately it came in a bit too soon for him. Mammoth setting a side stack on this low side of the field. Trying to get Trent Thompson
and it's
open,
gone.
And it worked. And Trent Thompson is off to the races.
That is sitting pretty. How about that for a full field huck?
Does what John McNaughton does best.
And
that's a break.
Scores a level.
Back to square one, ladies and gentlemen. You really just got to put your trust in Trent Thompson. There's nothing that man can't do.
Yes, it looks like it's getting away, and then it just sits there.
It just sits and sits and sits. Lovely. The words of Richie Bennett. Absolutely marvelous. Oh, Miles is already celebrating before the disc is even caught.
It's a bit dangerous.
But then again, when you can set that side stack so cleanly and break the ankles of a pony. Oh, there's a horse joking here somewhere.
Put him down.
Send him to the glue factory, boys.
It's a bit morbid.
Mammoth taking their time, figuring out what the best plan of action is. You know, there's been one break for each team this game so far, figuring out who needs to do what to figure out how to take this game away. Only 2 more points to half. Elliot Cook with the pull. Big outside in, floaty. Is it going to stay in?
Is it? Is it?
No.
Just out.
Maybe if you pulled from one side of the field compared to the middle of the field, it might have stayed in. Who knows? Elliot Cook does have a very good set of hands on him. He knows how to rip the disc.
He's trying to give his teammates time to get down there and put a lot of pressure on.
Yeah, tactical brick.
This is Mike Larson, been marked by Seb Brown. Gives it back off to Tom.
Rugaki for disc.
And this is one of the lefties, Junker, gives it to Kelly.
Oh, big layout by Zev Permack on Josh DeBronze, but Josh keeps it in. Big swing on the low side of the field.
Mike Kelly.
Effortless backhand.
Over the top, that is high and speculative, and it's to Tom Rugaki, so who cares?
Man can throw, man can jump, man can carry a team to the finals, that's for sure.
He's done it before.
Yep. Done it many times before. 7-6 to Chile.
On the other hand, I think Mike Larson was a bit worried there, but then it just sat perfectly, didn't it?
Maybe he didn't know who his receiver was before he threw it, and it was like, oh, I got nothing to worry about. Nice easy point. Let's see if Mammoth can return and keep this game tight. One of the biggest issues with Mammoth over the past couple of seasons is we've always been taking a while to get heated up. You know, if we start, if we don't take half, we usually don't take the game.
Really?
Yeah. So I think I'm getting word of that layout from Lockmurph, or maybe it's a different layout.
I'm sure we'll see it at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. Halftime highlights is always best.
So on the line, we've got Carlos Casablanco with the pull. He'll probably be one of the first ones down as well. Oh, it's a roller.
Oh. Interesting decision, but he gets stopped.
I think that was a pickup.
Let's see who does what. Man gets in space because there was a big space in the field. Throws to McAllister. McAllister on the side of the field. Travels a little, but does not matter. And Phil English, one of the Townsville rookies, much like Rob DeHollander, does not realise that there is a pick on the court, on the field. This is back in. Looking to Phil. He doesn't want to throw it. Throws it to John instead. John's got it in the middle of the field. McNaughton looking for something. Goes to Rob DeHollander. That's
Carlos Casablanco with an ambitious hit on the disc there.
I tell you what, though, if you can take Rob DeHollander off his feet, that's an impressive feat to say that. However, well, that's all been happening. Max Mariung, another rookie, gets his name on the board.
And that's 7-7.
Real tight game.
This one's for half.
Alrighty, real tight game we have. We're hopefully, depending on who you're going for, your team will take half. Obviously, Pete's going for Mammoth, as a true blue Queenslander that he is.
I tell you what, it's taken a few years, but
When was the last time you played for a Queensland team?
I mean, 2013.
Yeah?
Time flies.
Back in the Firestorm days?
Definitely Firestorm.
Yeah.
Got the hat still.
And he's wearing it too, ladies and gentlemen. It really shows his true colours while he's commentating for his own side. Let's just say if there was a World's Mammoth squad, Pete would be on that instead of Chile. Elliot Cook with the pull. This one's got a bit more shape, so it stays inside the field of play. Good catch, though.
Mike Larson. To Pony. Mike Larson's just generating through the middle here. Just
Ooh, good shimmy there.
Tom to Pony. There he is. Always wants to score.
So it looks like Pony's doing all the work and the bobble.
Hugh Osborne with the cold drop.
Maybe
Maybe they don't want to take half. Maybe
Yeah.
that's a game plan.
Centers it back to Permac. There's a lot of movement downfield, but really not a lot of anything. And there is a call in the field. The decision is to send it back, as I believe there was a pick, of which Mammoth believes they could have grabbed the disc if the pick did not happen, and therefore the disc stays with Zev Permac. Disc is in play. Looking to Elliot Cook. Elliot Cook with the disc, looking to something.
Another pick.
And another pick is had. Canadian import Nigel Lendley walking back to the stack. Wants the disc again, but hasn't got it.
And the disc is up, and
but
that
he rips
was
it
a
to
big
Grimmin
travel,
instead.
but it's a great bid. Oh, that would have been pretty.
That would have been very pretty. In typical Grimmin fashion, put his 100% of his body on the line. Unfortunately, he wasn't as quick as he thought he would be. Couldn't reel it in. Chile with the disc. Rogacki off to the races. Rogacki.
Here we go.
McNaughton. Rogaki's. Oh,
It's
the
flying
wind.
away from him.
Oh, the wind picked up at the last moment after it's reached its apex, just to take the frisbee away. I thought Rogacki would have had that for sure.
It definitely looked like it, and it would have been a great little battle between him and John, but
Absolutely.
then Mother Nature decided to get involved.
Wind MVP.
Ruined the show for everyone.
Sorry, Marcus Leask. Who's that grabbing the disc?
It's Grimmond.
I can't tell because the entire team is in front of me.
Grimmond doesn't want to chase the disc long again, so he's just picking it up this time.
With Pony on the mark. Looking to Zev. Sends it to Zev. Zev Permac looking for something. We're putting... Oh, big sweeping cross shot to Elliot Cook, who doesn't want to throw it to the deep offender. Throws it to Nigel instead. There are no deep options here for Mammoth to try and get out of this first half of their area, but they can't. However, John might. There is a pick called on the field. Looks like the disc is coming in after a few. John's wanting some movement, can't get anything. Swings it.
Oh, it's floated over top. Oh no, Jules nearly collided.
Sam Gaunt back to John. John's looking for something to happen and he can't get it. The cuts are all coming at the same time and it doesn't result in any grounds gained, except for this floaty pass to Lockbon. Lockbon puts it away, throws it nearly to the ground to Nigel Leslie.
That was a tired throw. They're working hard out there.
Everybody on the field looks like they're done. But once again, McNaughton-Rogacki matchup, and John McNaughton pulls it down, but it looks like there is a call by John's reaction. Rogacki looks like he took a elbow to the teeth.
Yeah, I think he just got a little bit of a slap from John as they went up there. Probably incidental.
Even if it is, depending on what the call is made, it could just be incidental contact, sends it back. However, as this is Ultimate Disc, there are no referees or umpires on the field. It is a self-refereed sport. So whatever the result is determined by the players themselves. They can talk as much as they want, but in the end, if there is no mutual conclusion, the disc goes back to the thrower.
And this has been going long enough now. I think it's probably going to go back.
Yep. As an advisor, I know that the after 30 seconds after a call has been made, that the disc should go back. However, there is the opportunity to do it. Here's that replay. Oh yeah.
I think it was an elbow.
Yeah, you could see the you could see that slap back for sure. Liam Grimmin with the disc, coming in on 0. Sends it to Zev Permack. Looking for options, got options for days. Sam Gaunt in the middle of the field, goes it back to Zev. Zev goes to John McNaughton. Grimmin is cut off by something, but it doesn't matter because Sam Gaunt on the other side of the field, who knew that he was the option? Because I can guarantee you John McNaughton didn't think he was.
I know, I reckon John knew exactly where that was going. He's got vision like nobody else. He just can't see them.
Clairvoyance, I would say. And as you can see, Regaki and McNaughton are just having a chat with John's elbow, obviously hitting Regaki's chin there with that sort of knockback. However, Mammoth takes half. And with that, we're going to an ad break. See you soon.
House party win!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the second half of the Chile versus Mammoth game. We had Chile get an early break, Mammoth equalising, and then Mammoth finally taking half-time with a very fortunate lefty flick huck by John McNaughton to rookie Sam Gordon. Let's listen to the Mammoth chant as we get started with the second half. As you can see, the captain within the Mammoth squad stay back, have a few chat. Whether or not it's actually effective or whether or not it's just babble, I could probably tell you probably would be babble, knowing most of the Mammoth boys. Is there any is there much chat thrown within the Chile squad, Pete?
Oh, there is a fair bit of banter in the Chile squad. You should see Facebook Messenger groups, chats. I think that's every team, though.
Oh, absolutely. It really comes down to who has the best chat, though, because the Mammoth chat is just god awful. It's just unintelligent babble most of the time, but you know, it's all in good fun.
I think 90% of our chat these days is probably done in GIF form.
GIF form, yep. Yeah. The rise of GIFs and the ease of GIFs have definitely improved, mainly reaction GIFs. You could probably paint a whole picture of a Frisbee game in reaction GIFs, honestly.
We should try that. We'll commentate in GIFs one day.
With our voices. Lock Bond with the pull. Nice Blady one to the low side of the field. Puts pressure on the Chile boys.
Kelly puts the last in. This is a zone look this time, is it?
Yeah, it looks like a 2-3-2 zone.
Carlos puts it down the side.
It might break though. Mammoth does like to transition, and it has transitioned.
Still a poach in the middle of the field.
Regaki wants something,
and to Aussie.
Oh, what a great grab in the front of the end zone.
Aussie puts it back to Kelly. Kelly to Carlos in the middle of the field.
Backhand force call by Mammoth.
Puts it high to Kelly. Who puts it to Tom.
Regaki can
and I assume
put
that's
it
in.
Down. Yeah, absolutely. Brings it in. 8-all.
And we're back to an exciting game of alternate after half-time.
So, obviously, Mammoth, that was an offensive point for Chile, so that means that Mammoth started on 0.
I think we're back on serve, aren't we?
Yep, even after the halftime swap. So if you were Anna Regaki in this scenario, what do you think you would be saying to your team?
Well, I don't like to put words in Anna's mouth, but I would say she is currently telling them, put your heads in the game. This is your chance on defense to take a break.
Work it up.
Just work hard. Don't work as a team.
Yep. I'll say, speaking to a few of the Mammoth boys on sideline, they were getting a bit frustrated with their offense specifically. A lot of the times, Mammoth players are cutting people off and not getting the Frisbee where they need to go. So let's see if they can improve on that for this offensive point. A very, very strong line with many international reps and big bodies on the field.
Carlos Casablanco sends down the pull.
Big pull. Looks like we're doing a side stack, a split stack actually. And
send it.
Leon McIntyre puts it up.
Under it. They're all under it. What are they doing? It's the back guy's going to easily grab that.
And Miles McCallum with the kick spike. Add that to the spike tag, ladies and gentlemen. This is why you back up your players. You know that your youngins aren't going to read it, so then you just do the easy job and catch the dregs.
Yeah, I reckon Miles McCallum, straight out of their hand, looked at the 3 people under the disc, went, they're a bit young. I'm just going to run behind them.
He definitely could have gotten into the pack, but decided that, nah, I think Alex is probably going to tip it away. Smart decision making by Barramundi, Miles McCallum. 8-9. to Brisbane Mammoth.
I think from a Chile perspective, that's the kind of throw you want them putting up.
Oh, 100%.
Just got to read it better and you get the D.
So, but then you do have the hands of Liam McIntyre, a Brisbane veteran, knowing what he's doing. Maybe if it was one of the young'uns who doesn't have that much experience in throwing in the wind, then maybe that will be the decision in the final answer. Here we can see, or you could have seen tournament director Jack Lillo being a nuisance to the commentators. But saying that, he also fed me this morning, so I'm happy. Elliot Cook with the pull. Big inside out.
It's a nice pull.
Nice float. Is it going to stay in? Doesn't matter.
Mike
Caught
Baker
it.
will keep that in. Mike to Mike. To Mike. Oh, the third Mike has dropped it. Too many mics.
Too many mics. I've always thought we've always had too many cooks on our team, but apparently not enough. We had too many mics. Speaking of, Elliot Cook picking up the disc. Looking to Zev Permack, wanting something, can't get it. Liam Grimmin looking to break side. Break side to Tim McAllister. McAllister's looking, not wanting anything, goes back to Grimmin. Grimmin back to McAllister. McAllister back to Grimmin. Handle and movement. McAllister's going to the front of the end zone.
Well, there's a poach off and a bid, and that was ugly. I think that'll be a
quite
goal,
ugly.
most likely.
Grimmin has signalled a goal, and Chile has signalled a goal. That is a break
There's the spirit
by the
of
Brisbane Mammoth team. I'll say that's one of the worst things we want to see as a commentator, because as we can see all the players, they might not be able to, and watching that sort of thing happen, and it could have been a lot worse. It's good that no one was injured. But then again, Tim's a pretty big boy. He knows how to handle himself.
This will be a good angle. It was a pony, seeing the disc go down. Those are the scariest parts of the field.
Yeah.
Oh, a cold drop.
Didn't have possession while in the field of play. So, Mammoth 2 up. Maybe maybe Chile was a bit too slow to start.
Coming out after half's always a difficult one, especially when you're up. What was it, 1 or 2 breaks in the first half, and then they catch back up.
Yep. Absolutely. It's very disheartening when you do all the hard work, getting the Ds, making the gains, and then you have your teammates drop it, especially when you've ran so hard, so fast. But then again, this is a team game. You can't have a whole team of Rigakis carry you. All right. Taking his sweet time. Looking at John McNaughton for the pull. Big outside in. That is going to blade. I doubt this will be caught. And it's going to roll.
Colombians at the back there. Sends it to Junker. Sebastian
like
Gutierrez.
A zone defense by Mammoth.
Carlos to Sebastian again. To Junker.
Oh, nice layout by Max Murray, but can't get a piece to it. Is there a call on the
Some
field?
sort of call in the middle here.
Someone's gone off to the races and haven't heard it.
Here's Juan with the disc, checks it in.
Centers
Ooh.
it.
I think he's scared Sebastian there. That's to Junker. Back to Seb. Carlos Casablanco.
Wants that long option, but doesn't take it.
Back to Sebastian. He's anchoring this offense. Mike Larson. He'll always put it. Look at this. Will.
Oh!
SI.
Textbook layout.
SI with a sweet layout. Timed it perfectly to land in the end zone, I reckon.
Absolutely. Really beautiful throw too. Especially thrown against the wind. Oh.
Yeah, Mike
Nice.
Larson's probably got one of the best penetrating throws in the wind I've seen in anyone in Australian Ultimate. For such a high release.
Nice, easy one. Don't even need Regaki on the field for it. Let's watch that replay again. Closing in, lays out over the line. First initial contact is the disc. In. Goal.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Very, very nice. It's always disheartening when you see a player lay out and either they lay out incorrectly, which makes them ground strip, or they just lay out correctly and it dislodges their shoulder. But
Kids, this is how you do it.
Yep.
Well, almost perfect.
Yeah, I would say it's pretty good. Use elbows to help break the fall, but lays out nice flat in the stomach. Mammoth resident Samuel McGuckin is very good at not laying out like that, as he likes to lay out and twist, which might injure him one day, but hasn't yet.
Slides along on his back, doesn't he?
Yeah. Doesn't know. I don't know why he does the roll. I think he just likes the further extension of opening your body.
He's just gaining meters.
All the meters.
Jasper Pentland with the pull. It's a high floaty one. It's coming down.
Ooh. Only a lefty could pull like that.
It's a good 2 meter bounce there.
Ooh. Must have put some rubber balls in the ground today. John McNaughton puts it in the end zone.
Ooh, a bit too much on it.
Yeah, need a bit more float. That's unlike John. Usually he times it nicely so it hits everybody. But then again, the nerves might be getting too better of him, or it just might be a bit of fatigue. It's a pretty hot day here in Brisbane. And a nice slow walk by Pentland.
This must be the humidity. The Melbourneites aren't used to it. They're walking back super slow.
This is, okay, in defending Brisbane, this is fantastic humidity.
This is lovely, yes. This is Aussie with the disc.
The tight mark by Cook.
Puts it back to Hugh. Mikey Kelly with the disc.
Nice inside.
Yeah, penetrating down the middle of the field.
Who needs
Donnie
to force
or
the
Aussie.
side? Ooh, very tasty.
Pony. Oh no, it's caught the wind.
That is very unfortunate.
That was Chili chance to equalise.
How long has your French import been playing part of the team for?
He joined us in December last year.
Okay. So no excuses not connecting there.
No.
McNaughton on the sideline wants to throw something.
Ooh. And there's a foul call.
Seb Brown calls a foul with the layout in front of him.
Don't think he's too happy about that.
No. I think he was more concerned about his knees hitting the opposition's head, making sure that doesn't happen. So Brown wants to, and he accidentally turfs it. Maybe the intimidating layout helped. Let's see what Pentland can do.
Pentland picks up the disc. Puts it to Dino. Brennan White. He wants something. There's someone post. Hugh Osborne down the line. Sends
puts it
to
up.
3 people. And Dino, the one Chile player, brings it down.
God damn.
It's all in the beard. Look at that.
Oh,
I think that's the wrong team.
Shh. It's the right team. 10-all. Oh, we're seeing. Oh, I was going to say, I thought we were going to look at the.
There we go. Hughes looking downfield. Strike down the field from the handler.
If you can outrun Zev Permack, that's
Zev cut under for that, and it's gone over him.
You don't see too many lofty backhands down the line. You prefer it to be straight and narrow at you.
And the Mammoth boys have gone, oh, it's on.
And I believe that was Seb Brown. Ooh.
He got close to that.
Yeah, very close. Seb Brown was a Mammoth player who came down to Chile to try it for the Worlds team.
Yeah, we had three boys come down from Brisbane. We had the Brown brothers, Seb and Chris, and we had Jack Lewell as well. Jack pulled out due to getting surgery.
Yep.
And the Brown boys were well in the hunt, actually. Yep. It was great.
Did either of them get picked?
No, they did not.
It's unfortunate.
But just missing out.
Sorry, Browns.
But they were, I reckon the experience of trying out for a team like that's
absolutely
worth coming down.
I do believe that, I'm not too sure if Chris Brown, the younger of the Browns, have played World Series yet, but I do know that Seb Brown played for Batmania last Worlds campaign.
2014 in Lecco, yeah, I was on that team.
He still wears that jersey to Thursday nights, every now and then, when the Mighty Cobras jersey does not live up to its name.
I think everyone who went to Lecco in 2014 is hoping that it's not quite the same accommodation this time.
I do remember that hashtag of just getting Lecco'd. You don't want that. You don't want to get Lecco'd.
Pool's gone up. That is Blady again. The wind's picked up and everything's become Blady.
Great pull. Callahan area, seeing if anything's going to come out. McAllister with the disc. Fakes the big throw. Goes to McIntyre. Back to McAllister. Nice. Outside to McCallum. McCallum is looking at Rob DeHollander and says, no, that boy's too big. Can't throw it to him. Back to McIntyre. Nice backhand to Phil English.
Miles McCallum with the disc. Puts it to Tim.
And
a big travel call, apparently. Miles has been running Tom Regacki around the entire field at this point.
That's true. That's very true.
Probably covered 200 or 300 metres.
I say Miles is coming back from a season away. He didn't play Mammoth last season, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I
can't remember seeing him last year.
Yeah.
So he's full of energy then.
Yeah. Well, I think it's more of the rehab, all the rehab that he's done. Now the travel has been
retracted.
Retracted, yeah. I think Regacki thought that Miles is lefty, as he is not. He is not a lefty. McAllister with the disc. Nice break backhand to Alex Lees. Great grab. Looks to McCallum. Big pump fake. Can't get it through. Goes to McIntyre. McIntyre in the middle of the field. Fakes the hammer. Looking for something, and there is a pick on the field. Ooh,
and it's Miles and Tom again.
Yep. Some of the boys in the Mammoth squad look a bit worse for wear, even though both squads have more or less the same amount of players. DeHollander tries to get away, can't do it. And
bid from Carlos.
Converts.
And there's a pick.
Or
thought
not.
He was suspiciously open.
Yeah, me too. I thought I'd be more excited in that circumstance. As there was a pick on the field, it is still 10-all. The disc is back in play. McCallum's still trying to get open, can't do it. McIntyre, ooh, very close shot by Leask. Goes McAllister.
Oh, wide open in the end. Oh.
Doesn't take it, but then he does. With the
good patience.
McAllister getting very revved up, ready to play, and ready to keep going. That's the type of fiery attitude we love.
That's 11-10 to Mammoth. Still on serve.
Still on serve. And all you need is a few janks here and there, and you can get open. I feel like everybody's trying to be a hero and stop everybody else when they just need to be able to stop their own player.
I feel like there was an extra player on the field for Mammoth there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Oh, that wind is really picking up now.
Maybe we'll see a zone coming down from Mammoth at this point.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. All right, so it looks like we've got Elliot Cook with the pull. Ready and waiting, but there's a few too many people on the field for Chile, making sure that Regacki is telling the team, do better, if I have to put words in her mouth. Would you say that, Pete?
I would say
better.
That's exactly what she's saying, yeah, just over and over and over again.
Do better, do better, in just different
couple of
ways.
languages, maybe French for pony.
The
pull's gone down. That's a good one. It might be drifting out. Is it? No. Perfect.
No. Catches it. Keeps it in.
Mike to Mike again. You've seen this. Oh, it's to Mark. And to Mike.
There we go. How many mics can we get on? We got 3.
Mike Baker with the disc here. To Hugh. And he sends it. He sends it deep to Mike Kelly, who can't get there. Locked Murph with a good bit over the top.
And there is a talk, which is, from a commentator's perspective, quite questionable.
As a very biased Chile player, that was probably not a foul call, I would say. But
it did look like that from our perspective. Obviously, I'm not a rule maker, but it did look like,
let's have a look.
Murph clearly D'd that disc before he was
clean.
even close to it.
Yeah.
So
it's a very nice D. That's a very nice D. And yeah, it's a D. So it stands.
This stands, goes back. No, sorry, it doesn't go back. The turnover stands, and Mammoth has an opportunity to convert to get the break.
Co-commentators just having a nice little stout on the side here.
Oh, that's tasty. Oh, how dare you call him the main commentator. Oh, what a great layout grab there. And another great layout, but it's still in. Nigel, the Canadian import, he keeps it in. Zev is looking for something. There is a call on the field. Elliot is looking around like a lost dog. Doesn't know what's going on.
I'm confused. I don't know what's happening. What's Grimond doing?
Grimond is calling an injury, possibly.
Right, okay.
And he is running off the field.
Not enough lefties on. Let's get a sub.
And, yep, put John McNaughton on. Why not? You got Elliot Cook looking for a few options. You got Murph, Gladish, and Nigel Lansley. But instead, he swings it back to Zev Permack. Zev is looking to do something. Ooh, that was a tasty break. But unfortunately, John doesn't use anything with it. McAllister's looking for something. McAllister goes back to McNaughton. McNaughton back to McAllister. McAllister breaks
floaty.
it
It's
to Gladish.
high.
But Gladish keeps it in. Goes to Cook. And Cook just puts it.
I think there was a touch on the side there. Maybe not. Just puts a bit too far.
Elliot Cook in his trademark backhand huck. Does not holster it, just lets it fly.
John McNaughton was chasing hard, but I think he's weighed down by his calves a little bit. Just couldn't quite get there.
Let's see if he can redeem himself.
Mike Larson's going to pick this one up.
Taking his time, gathering his breath.
No
Nothing
matter
wrong
what
with
the
that.
force is, no matter what the force is, he's probably going to be looking to hit Aussie or Mike Kelly downfield.
Oh, goes to Kelly.
He's very restrained.
Pony's on the ground. Oh, but he gets up and off the races. Kelly.
Mike Baker. Cool, calm, perfect throws. Carlos steps through the inside. There's a call somewhere.
Can't tell who it is, but someone is calling something.
Staying where it is.
Everyone's just asking about how their day's going.
Aussie will
Making
check
sure
this one in.
We're all good, and just come back in.
And the wind has picked up suddenly.
I want to make sure you get your revolutions on these discs now.
And he sends it downfield. Mike Larson puts it to Mike Baker. And a big D from
grabs
McAllister.
it. Takes a while to get up, but what a great D there. Back in the, bring it back in the field. Oh,
it's floaters. Callahan territory. Oh no!
Oh wow!
There's a big collision. Gladish is down.
Gladish is down, but who collected that in the end? Gladish is on the deck. Oh, here's the replay. Zev's going upfield. Can't get it. Gladish is there. He has to do the same thing he did last point. Jumps up, but no, takes a foot to the back.
I'm not sure exactly what the defender was doing there.
Oh, it goes to a bit of a specky.
He's American.
Oh,
He's
we
still
got
learning how
a
to do
better
it.
angle.
Jesus.
But in the end, even if it is a
If he just stood
foul,
there, he would have caught a Callahan on his chest.
It's true. Unfortunately, Gladish is still down. Let's hope that it's not nothing serious.
Hopefully he's just got the wind knocked out. And he gets back up, plays on.
The one thing that we do have on this team is Zev Permek, who is a physio. He was a physio for the World Under-24 squad, for the men's squad, that was. Hopefully he can be able to help out Gladish if need be and get him off the field when he needs to.
If you look around the field, the Mammoth boys are all sitting down.
Yep.
Sucking in the big ones. Hopefully they don't cool down too much.
However, good news, Gladish is now hobbling off the field, which means that he can walk. Hopefully it means that he will be able to walk later as well. Gladish is a big party animal. So if he can walk, he will definitely be at the Garlic Bread Festival. We'll be seeing you there, Pete.
I've heard about this. Is this a new trailer park?
Yeah.
When did this open?
Very recently.
Maybe I'll have to come along and check that out.
Yep. Looks like a very that is I'm just looking at a photographer's perspective of the collection there. One, the disc looks like it's been bent in half, but Gladish is clearly being taken out on the ground.
J-Mac checks it back in. And sends it. That has got good revs on it.
That has got fantastic revs on
If
it. And the Canadian connects. Let's see if we can convert. Elliot Cook with the disc. Looks to McAllister. McAllister's looking for a D.
Sends it straight to Aussie.
Unfortunate.
Tom picks it up. He's looking. J-Mac's just strolling around in the deep. Carlos is off to the races downfield.
Al needs to jump, but he can't. Starts the count.
And there's a
calls the
timeout.
time out.
No, I'm not a big fan of the timeouts downfield, but when you've got 30 meters of space, it's probably a good call.
It's true. I say, and apparently it is coming on stall count 2, which is quite a quick stall, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So you say that you don't like timeouts when you're down there. Why is that?
Well, usually if you wait 2-3 seconds, the people streaking through, you'll have a very easy option of some sort. But in that situation, he had about 30 meters, so.
That's true. That's very true.
Also, there's so many turns after timeouts. So many.
Maybe
I think you'll find Max Howden agrees with me.
Yeah?
I think he's the one.
I'll have to ask him when I commentate him with him next. But I've always been a fan of it as long as you use it effectively. I believe that Australian Ultimate as a whole hasn't figured out how to use the timeouts effective. You'll see so many times where it gets turned out purely because there's too many people in the end zone. You don't need that many people in the end zone.
Yeah, that's true.
What you could do is set everybody up. This is a very unconventional approach.
One end zone player.
One end zone player and everybody else on the back of the end zone.
That has been done.
Really?
UQ Lovers back circa, this show my age, 2007. That was one of their biggest plays.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
3 or 4 across the back of the end zone, 1 ISET at the front, and the 2 handlers, 3 handlers, and yeah, worked every time.
There you go, a little piece of history for you folks. UQ Ultimate has been a strong contender throughout the university scene. I would have to say that I'm biased because I am the ex-president, but were you as well, Pete?
Yeah.
Were you? I didn't know this.
Before you were born.
You learn something new every day. Anyway.
Back to the game.
Chile and Mammoth have both set up. It looks like a bit of a diagonal. Let's see what Chile does with it. Disc is in.
Strip.
And strip called. Just coming back in. Hasn't decided what it is. But disc is in, shimming, left, right, left. Looks to the dump, shimmy left, right. Look to the opposite side. And there is a call on the field because nobody else is moving. Oh, never mind.
Oh, no. Oh, he grabbed it.
Kelly with the fumble, but still keeps it up.
I'm not sure how he held on to that, actually.
Neither do I. I was more like interested to see why nobody else was moving.
Well, Tom was standing there as if there was a pit call.
Yeah.
Look at that. You don't see Tom Regacki in half a field of space by himself much.
Yeah. Bubbles once, and then keeps it alive. I'm surprised the ground strip didn't come out.
2 fingers. Beautiful. Textbook. And 11 all. We've got a game on our hand.
Oh man, the sun has come out of the clouds again, so it is a bit warmer. Maybe this might help the Brisbane offense. We are used to this heat, but we are definitely not used to this wind. It's quite rare that, as we usually play on Monday and Thursday nights here in Brisbane, that we don't have wind, even on training nights. So I guess this is a good experience. Usually we have to go down to the Gold Coast to practice in the wind.
A little bit of breeze down there.
Yeah, do a few beach sets.
Be good for nationals.
Yep. I think the Mammoth boys have gone down to the national fields a few times for a few camps. Get some homegrown advantage going.
It's definitely a good idea. I don't think people do that much in Australian Ultimate.
Well, then again, like
other sports, massive.
Oh, yeah. Where do you think nationals is going to be next year?
I think Gold Coast again next year.
No, I thought the Gold Coast is only for 2 years.
Yeah. I have no idea. I thought it was 3.
Oh.
But
I
could be wrong.
Hey, BCI confirm is this?
By my clock, we are only 14 minutes in, so it does not tell you anything.
It's been stuck. And the disc is up. Is that Chris Brown fielding the ball?
That is Chris Brown in the field. I haven't seen him much. Trent Thompson looking for something. Doesn't want to throw it. John McNaughton's trying to do something with the frisbee. Goes to Alex Leask. Looking for something, and he just rips it. Rob de Hollander has no defender even close to him. And that's saying something, because he needs a bit of momentum to get himself moving. So he must have started that cut from the beginning of the stack. Surely. 11-12 Mammoth.
Surveying the field, and that'll do.
If you are confused by our sponsor, Inside Out Ultimate, that's on the screen at the moment, you'll find that once we get Max Halden back on the commentating curse, hold on, that's into the game.
That was game. Surprise finish to the game. Apparently we had a universe point.
Yeah. We us commentators did not hear the hooter, but there you go, folks.
Good game.
Great game. That's exactly what you want to see out of a frisbee game. Universe. I'll say we had a universe the first game of the day with Rogue versus Bauhaus. I think it was. Yeah, Rogue versus Bauhaus. Yeah. We had a real tight game with I-Beam and Mammoth, where Mammoth came out top.
Yeah. Chili's had one universe already today before this.
And so are you saying that Chili's lost both universes?
They have. But yeah,
that's going to be heartbreaking.
Good game. It's going to be a good finish to the tournament now.
Yeah. Which is really good to see from an Australian Ultimate perspective. As long as the games are close and, you know, none of them are pure washouts. That's what we really want to see. But at the end, this is the end of the game. I'd like to thank my co-commentator, Pete Allen.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down, and we'll see you again, folks.